As humanity stands at the threshold of a new peace era, those with deeper consciousness have begun to perceive its unfolding. It is essential to recognize that human existence operates on three levels of consciousness. At the most basic level, individuals live as material beings, confined to the superficial layers of life, driven primarily by physical needs and worldly pursuits. Beyond this, some ascend to a higher awareness, where they grasp the intricate relationship between matter and energy. These individuals strive to refine their existence, evolving into energy beings who recognize the deeper forces shaping reality. At the highest level, a rare few dive even deeper into consciousness, fully embracing their essence as energy beings. They transcend mere existence, becoming creators who actively shape the future of our planet. These enlightened individuals perceive life from all three dimensions of existence, bridging the material, energetic, and creative realms.
It is truly remarkable for the viewers to understand how the seeds of downfall are often sown at the very zenith of power, be it a towering tree, a mighty individual, or an empire at its peak. Just as things reach their greatest height, the subtle forces of decay begin their quiet, inevitable work. Behind the scenes, the unseen laws of nature and the silent rules of existence operate with perfect precision, orchestrating change when we least anticipate it. In today's video, we will delve into these hidden powers and factors, those invisible, yet relentless forces that ceaselessly shape, transform, and evolve the natural systems around us. The phenomenon is both profound and timeless, a universal truth that transcends boundaries of nature, individuals, and civilizations. It is a poignant reminder that the very zenith of power often carries within it the seeds of decline. This paradox is as inevitable as it is tragic, and it is this inevitability that makes it such a compelling theme for today's presentation. Consider the mighty oak, standing tall and unshakable, its branches reaching skyward in a display of dominance over the forest. Yet, it is at this very moment of supremacy that the tree becomes most vulnerable. The weight of its own grandeur strains its roots, the storms it once weathered with ease now threaten to topple it, and the very height that once symbolized its strength becomes a liability. The oak, in its prime, is already beginning its silent descent, a process so gradual that it goes unnoticed until the first leaves wither and fall. This is the irony of existence. The peak is not a place of permanence but a fleeting moment, a prelude to the inevitable unraveling. The same principle applies to human beings. When a person ascends to the pinnacle of their power, be it through wealth, influence, or achievement, they often find themselves standing on a precarious ledge. The very qualities that propelled them to greatness, ambition, confidence, and determination, can, in excess, become their undoing. Hubris blinds them to their vulnerabilities, and the weight of their responsibilities begins to erode their foundation. History is replete with figures who, at the height of their glory, sowed the seeds of their own downfall. Their stories are a testament to the fragility of power and the inevitability of decay, no matter how invincible they may have seemed. And what of states and empires? The annals of history are filled with civilizations that reached unparalleled heights of power and influence, only to crumble under the weight of their own success. The Roman Empire, for instance, stretched across continents, its legions unmatched, its culture dominant. Yet, it was at this zenith that internal corruption, overextension, and external pressures began to erode its foundations. The very institutions that had once been sources of strength became instruments of decay. The empire, like the tree in the individual, could not escape the natural order of rise and fall. This cyclical nature of existence is not merely a cautionary tale but a profound insight into the human condition. It reminds us that power, in all its forms, is transient. The peak is not a destination but a turning point, a moment of reckoning where the forces of growth and decline intersect. To understand this is to grasp the essence of humility and the importance of balance. It is a call to recognize that even in our moments of greatest triumph, we must remain vigilant, for the seeds of decay are often sown in the soil of our success. The two laws we should always consider, the cycle of life and entropy, are fundamental to understanding the natural order of the universe. They provide a profound lens through which we can examine the rise and fall of all things, from the smallest organism to the grandest civilization. Let us delve into each of these laws, exploring their implications and how they shape the world around us. The cycle of life is a universal principle that governs the existence of all living and non-living entities. This pattern is mirrored in the lives of humans, civilizations, and empires. Each rises, flourishes, and eventually declines, only to make way for new growth. The cycle of life is a reminder that endings are also beginnings, and that decay is a necessary precursor to renewal. The second law, entropy, is a cornerstone of thermodynamics, but its implications extend far beyond the realm of physics. Entropy is the measure of disorder or randomness in a system, and it dictates that over time, this disorder will always increase. In practical terms, this means that all systems, no matter how well-ordered or robust, will eventually move toward chaos and disintegration. Think of a sandcastle on a beach. At the moment of its creation, it is a marvel of structure and design, a testament to human ingenuity. But as time passes, the wind and waves begin their relentless work, eroding the castle grain by grain until it is no more. The same principle applies to civilizations and empires. No matter how meticulously they are built, no matter how strong their institutions or how vast their resources, they are subject to the inexorable pull of entropy. Internal corruption, external pressures, and the sheer complexity of maintaining order all contribute to the gradual increase in disorder, leading eventually to collapse. Entropy is the silent force that ensures no system can remain intact forever. It is the universal law that guarantees decay. Together, the cycle of life and entropy form a powerful framework for understanding the natural order. The cycle of life reminds us that growth and decay are part of a larger, ongoing process, while entropy underscores the inevitability of decline. These laws are not merely abstract concepts, they are observable truths that shape the world around us. They teach us humility, reminding us that no matter how high we rise, we are subject to the same forces that govern all of existence. This reflects the transient nature of power and the beauty of impermanence. The cycle of life and entropy are not just laws of nature, they are the very essence of life itself. Real-world examples can breathe life into these concepts, making them more relatable and impactful for us. Let's weave in some historical and natural events to illustrate the cycle of life and entropy in action. Here are some real-world examples to further elaborate this subject. The fall of empires in the 20th century. The 20th century was particularly significant in this regard, as it saw the decline and dissolution of some of the most influential empires in human history. The British Empire, once the largest in the world, unraveled after World War II as decolonization swept across Asia, Africa, and the Caribbean. The Ottoman Empire, a dominant force for centuries, disintegrated after World War I, giving rise to modern nation-states in the Middle East. The Austro-Hungarian and Russian empires also collapsed, replaced by new political systems and ideologies. Later in the century, the Soviet Union, a superpower that had emerged from the ruins of the Russian Empire, met its downfall in 1991, marking the end of the Cold War era. Ultimately, the fall of empires is not an end but a transformation, one that paves the way for new systems, ideas, and structures. It serves as a reminder that no empire, no matter how powerful, is immune to the forces of change that govern human civilization.
The decay of ancient monuments. The pyramids of Egypt, the Colosseum in Rome, and the temples of Angkor Wat are all testaments to human ingenuity and ambition. Yet, despite their grandeur, these structures are slowly succumbing to entropy. Weathering, erosion, and the passage of time are gradually breaking them down. Even with modern conservation efforts, the natural tendency toward disorder is evident. These monuments remind us that no creation, no matter how enduring, can escape the forces of decay. The rise and fall of dinosaurs. Dinosaurs ruled the Earth for over 160 million years, evolving into some of the most powerful and diverse creatures to ever exist. Yet, their reign came to an abrupt end with the asteroid impact 66 million years ago. This catastrophic event led to their extinction, but it also created opportunities for mammals to rise and diversify. Without the fall of the dinosaurs, humans and other mammals might never have evolved. This is a striking example of how the end of one era can spark the beginning of another. The life cycle of forests. In nature, the cycle of life is vividly displayed in forests. Take, for example, the Amazon rainforest, often called the lungs of the earth. Trees grow, flourish, and dominate the landscape, but eventually, they age and die. When a massive tree falls, it creates a gap in the canopy, allowing sunlight to reach the forest floor. This triggers a burst of new growth, as younger plants and saplings compete to fill the space. The fallen tree itself decomposes, enriching the soil and providing nutrients for future generations of plants. This cycle of growth, decay, and renewal ensures the forest's survival and vitality over millennia. The Secret Powers channel is committed to uncovering the hidden forces and unseen factors that shape the realities within us and the world around us. By subscribing, you'll gain access to profound insights and fascinating knowledge about the subtle, often overlooked elements that quietly influence our lives. Join us on this journey of discovery, and awaken to the extraordinary truths that lie just beneath the surface of the everyday.